Statue of Liberty look a little off to anybody else? No? Just me?
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
This is your glorious ruler, Kang, with a quick message to whichever citizen just beat my high score on Hexagon Blitz. I hate you.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
All right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it?
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
Time to get to training.
If some kind of superhero...
I'll show those guys.
The hand! It must be the hand! No one...
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. Two, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint.
I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow. Of course, then we'd have a giant fireball to deal with.
Kang here with another Kang announcement.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
Don't mind me, just your friendly...
I've been up here too long.
Okay, visit, live, destroy, Nueva York.
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
I know we've got a whole new bunch of problems now, but
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined
my training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
Tell my mom I love her.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
Tell my mom I love her.
Thanks.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition.
Making Chronopolis a safer place, one sleazeball at a time.
Any citizens having trouble dealing with their recent time displacement should contact their nearest Kang counselor or Kangs.
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while.
Oh, snap!
Bad stuff happening. Dead ahead. Is it Kang?
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier?
So what do you got for me? Well, I appreciate you passing on the message without the violence. But technically it was more of a croque madame than a sandwich.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside.
They set the money on what? Ugh, that could have been our meal ticket. Well, that's tragic, and a little bit disgusting, and absolutely no help to me.
All right, let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave!
Could be something there. If we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Melon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect. The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
Nice! Just wish I could use stuff like this to pay my rent.
Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something. Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here.
Tell my mom!
Up in that room. Man, I do not get that busy.
Not sure who's behind it this time, but there's more trouble on your door.
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision? Working with Howard on this video game of his has been problematic. He laughed at my idea for the final boss, but I think he simply lacks the imagination to grasp its true awesomeness. But as an accomplished game designer, this is a problem I know how to fix. Some ideas are better to show than tell, so what we need is a prototype. We'll get you dressed up as my villain and show off your awesome villainy skills. Skillany. So, you in? A smart decision. I'll show you my design for the character. You've signed an NDA, right? Whatever. Get yourself looking the part, then we can start the demo.
Citizens with suggestions on how to improve Chronopolis can submit them to the
Looking good. We're lucky I managed to arrange this meeting with Howard. He's usually crazy busy on the phone with publishers all day and... Wait. We don't have a publisher yet. That lazy. Soon as Howard shows up, I'll rustle up some enemies for you to fight.
All right, Forbush, make this quick. I've got another meeting after this. About meetings.
But we're the only two people working on... never mind. Feast your eyes on Cock-a-doodle-doom!
What? Huh?
No one is safe from this foul enemy.
Oh, good. Poultry jokes.
I assure you, this villain is no yoke.
And not even original ones.
Fried don't know what you mean.
Ugh.
Cock-a-doodle-doo lays her enemies to waste with devastating expertise.
The puns are making me like it less. You know that, right?
She's done with you yet. You're fresh out of clock.
No.
And scene. So, what do you think? Pretty hardcore, right? Pretty intimidating, right? Pretty...
All right, stop saying words. You can put your stupid chicken boss in the game. But if any of the kids at the focus test start crying, it's coming straight out again.
You won't regret this, Howard. If the folks at ChronoCon don't love it, I'll eat my saucepan.
Oh, shoot. ChronoCon's coming up. What are we doing standing around yakking? We gotta get the game finished.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we actually had to make the thing. Thanks for helping us out, pal. If you're going to ChronoCon, make sure to drop by the stand.
Something tells me that story doesn't end here. Let's wrap this saga up in a Gwenpool mission.
Speaking of ChronoCon, you did get the tickets, right?
I thought you were doing that.
This is what I get for teaming up with a walking pot rat.
Is it really crazy? Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his sanctum, where can I get one of those?
Man, it's cold.
It's already that late?
What am I in for? I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Star-Lord, legendary outlaw.
This is your glorious leader, Kang the Conqueror. Remind...
wonders of the pink bricks? Fame. She can be a cruel and fickle mistress. And my pal, Howard the Duck, is aware of that more than most today. He's not feeling the love from his fellow man for all his saving-the-day heroic do-goodery. I mean, that's not why he does it. But a pat on the back every now and again wouldn't hurt. What Howard needs to get people talking about him is a full-tilt, immersive, genre-defining, massively multiplayer, online video game with his beak on the cover! As luck would have it, there's a Gamescon going on just the other side of the park. Exactly the place to pitch a Howard multi-platform title! Teeny problem. The Access All Areas passes for the convention sold out months ago, dude. You'll have to use some of your quack fu ingenuity to get past those lines and pitch your game idea to the panel. The guy next to Howard seems to want to help. Who is he? Let me check one sec. Bushman? Even I ain't never heard of this guy. I'm wondering if he's after his own game, too. That might be stretching things a little. But what do I know? If he can help Howard, then he's okay by me.
Hello, Manhattanites! Welcome to Timely Comics HQ, where we've got everything you could possibly want for all your timely needs. Come on in and get your geek on, people. This is ChronoCon!
Sold out? Well, that's just great. I knew we shouldn't have stopped for drive-thru. Now we'll never get into the panel.
Hey, Howard, why don't we come up with a distraction? You know, so we can sneak in without needing passes.
Nah, that'd never work. Wait, I know. I'll create a distraction so we can sneak in without needing passes. Why didn't I think of that before?
Hey, that's what I just...
Pipe down. Floor cover. Now to put my ingenious plan into action.
Listen up, folks. I mean, attention convention attendees or something. We have a limited number of tickets available at the main desk downstairs for you to have your dream selfie with Tony Stark. That's right, Iron Man himself. Billionaire superstar, blah, 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 whatever, so hurry up.
Well, would you look at that? A pretty flawless plan if I do say so myself.
Don't worry, all you lovely, loyal people that are still here. We've got so many other great guests for you. I mean, who needs Iron Man when we have the Shocker? So, come on in and meet your heroes. Get an autograph, take some selfies, and share them online. The world needs to know exactly how cool you are.
Blah, blah, blah. Time to show these guys what a 10 out of 10 video game looks like.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
that wasn't expensive.
Nah, it was already broke when I got here. Now this is what I call an upgrade. Iron Man, eat your heart out.
Man, that suit is, well, it's something. I mean, it's no Mark 17, but I'm definitely digging it.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
Ooh! Orbish Man! Does anyone know his secret identity? Answers to me on a postcard, or preferably a less antiquated digital social media platform. Go.
Hard as it may be to believe, I do occasionally have my limits.
Yeesh, what a heap of junk! Who'd pay to come and look at a glorified oven mitt?
Ooh, that sounded smashy. Guessing that gauntlet has to be worth, like, at least $1 bajillion. Trust me, I'm pretty good with math.
Get me out of here!
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
concerned that Howard the Duck and Forbish Man are trashing the place? Not seem odd to anyone else? Just me? Alright.
could use a superhero right now.
You know, the way that Stan Lee animatronic is tapping on the glass and waving for assistance is so lifelike.
Get me out of here!
Looks like we've got some technical difficulties. Whoa, stand back, folks. And Super Green Skin Smash Troll Brothers is no more. Operation Capwolf is an X game. And say goodbye to Luke Cage bass fishing?
Hey everybody! Check out this brand new video game featuring yours truly. Available in all good stores in Chronopolis. And some bad ones.
This game is rad! The lesser-spotted, much underappreciated Howard the Duck, ladies and gentlemen. Get over here, Howie. Victory lap time.
It really is that easy to get a game made. If you happen to be a duck in a time-locked city, that is. Sure, they all look happy now. But what about when they get 100%? What then? Does the game have any super bonus brick-gathering bonus adventures? No? You'll need a day one patch, my friend, and Sharpish. Just don't let old Panhead near it. I think he's struggling with actual reality. Never mind the virtual kind. What am I saying? Howard's game has got Howard in it. It doesn't need anything else. Give me a copy. Let me through.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers, man.
Any citizens having trouble dealing with their recent time displacement?
of the
Hello, Manhattanites! Welcome to Timely Comics HQ, where we've got everything you could possibly want for all your timely needs. Come on in and get your geek on, people. This is ChronoCon!
Even as Sorcerer Supreme, it appears there are still a great many skills for me to learn.
Listen up, folks. I mean, attention convention attendees or something. We have a limited number of tickets available at the main desk downstairs for you to have your dream selfie with Tony Stark. That's right, Iron Man himself. Billionaire superstar, blah, 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 whatever. So hurry up.
Don't worry, all you lovely, loyal people that are still here. We've got so many other great guests for you. I mean, who needs Iron Man when we have the Shocker? So, come on in and meet your heroes. Get an autograph, take some selfies, and share them online. The world needs to know exactly how cool you are.
Blah, blah, blah. Time to show these guys what a 10 out of 10 video game looks like.
Hey, give me...
You know, the way that Stanley animatronic is tapping on the glass and waving for assistance is so lifelike.
I'm all over this game. At what point do I stop being a cameo and start being a star? Hey, selfie.
I remember the first time I encountered one of these. It was back in med school. Or the Dark Dimension. One of those.
Excelsior!
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk...
Chilly up here, huh? Like, more chilly.
In my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing gis. But it's so cold here. You'd think someone would spring for central heating.
All systems engage. Okay, let's show what we got.
Don't mind me. Just a teeny minor situation at the old super supply store. All under control. Take it you noticed the floating? Very sharp. I spilled a drum of anti-grav on myself. Don't come in, though. It's all in hand. Oh, now, hey, get out of here. This place is covered in invisibility serum. The you break it, you bought it policy still counts when you can't see it, you know. There might also be a little toxic goo spill, so watch your step. We keep the stuff in stock for our more villainous clientele, you see. There's something for everyone here. So, you're probably wondering how I, acquired all these fine products? Let's just say it was the luck of the claw. I mean draw. Luck of the draw. Yeah. Why would I say claw? That's so bizarre. You really saved the day there, hero. Such fine work deserves a prize. If you take a nosy in that cash register, there should be a little something for your trouble.
Quite a collection I've got going.
See you again soon. Quick note, the water in those sprinklers is riddled with gamma radiation. I should have said it earlier, but if you're the real deal, you should be fine. As for me... See you again soon! Quick note! See you again soon! Quick note! The water in those sprinklers is riddled with gamma radiation! I should have said it earlier, but if you're the...
I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones.
You want me to shovel all that snow? That's too much, man.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons.
I could have totally been the Iron Fist. Well, maybe if I cut out Daryl.
Four Manhattans! Ha ha ha!
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that to Metropolis. Guess he must have had a budget to stick to.
Hear ye, stout yeomen of Chronopolis!
That's what I'm talking about. Come to Papa.
Get me out of here! How do I get myself in these crazy situations? Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Gee, thanks, true believer. Excelsior! Excelsior!
I'm uncertain of how to use this.
Anyone else feel like making a difference? Wait, that's more like it.
Excelsior!
Goons, bad guys, villains, crooks, enemies, whatever you want to call them, go take them down.
Is this a... How do I switch this to tag? They're the only ones who ever have anything nice to say about me. What? I can't hear you in my head. Do I hear cheese?
his voice come from those strange objects? Is it some sort of magic? Oh, well, whatever it is, it's annoying. Stop.
Them knights at the castle got nothing on your hero-ness.
Aw, you came to see your best pal in the whole world, Gwenpool. Probably wondering how I got here. So many pink bricks! With a few more, you could build a tiny little pink house. Get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the kitchen.
how am I supposed to make the greatest production the world has ever seen under these conditions?
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his sanctum, where can I get one of those?
Enlightenment and martial arts may be priceless. Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Thanks. You had me worried for a minute there. Picasso has done it again. The optical suggestions of the negative space bring the distinctive formal juxtapositions of crowbar, watermelon, Friday. Oh, the way one travels through the dog bowl. The artist has created a powerful metaphor for how one can be transported by flavors and magic dog bowls. Fascinating. I didn't realize this was an interactive piece. Truly fascinating.
Oh!
The latter is a particularly apt piece given our current situation, for it is the very thing we need to escape this collapsing building. Fabulous, darling. Just fabulous. Believe me when I say there are no artworks I'd rather be trapped in a building with more than these. If you're interested, we have a sculpture on the bottom floor containing That didn't sound healthy. Unless it was meant to do that. Art is so diverse these days. It's hard to know what the rules are.
I think this cements Stan the Man as the king of cameos.
I hope you're leaving us feeling enlightened. Was that guy with you?
always thought Chronoline had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Chronopolis.
Detected a crime pretty close to...
Gang surveyed.
All this snow gear's a waste of money.
Nice. But I guess it'd be worth more in its original packaging.
I've noticed some criminal activity.
Kang spies.
It might be a slightly controversial opinion, considering all the people who've been uprooted from their homes, but I actually think this Chronopolis place looks rather picturesque in an unorthodox sort of way. In fact, I was just thinking how nice it would be if someone, perhaps a kind nephew of mine, were to take some lovely photos for me. Only if they had the time, of course. That's very kind of you, dear. Thank you. Now, what kind of picture would I like? How about a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower? That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
Chilly up here. More.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go.
Right. Let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it?
Captain Marvel, Earth.
Did you forget what I asked for, dear? Not to worry. What I'm after is a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower. That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
Time for Spider-Woman to swing into action. My gods! He is the chosen one!
There's a crime happening near you. Can you see it? Go teach those guys a lesson.
Feel like I've been walking for hours. I would have brought my own camera, but I don't think you can buy the film for it anymore. Thank you, dearie. That looks lovely. Unfortunately, all my picture frames are back home, which is in who knows what dimension. So, until someone sorts that business out, I'll just have to unload the picture to sociable media. If I think of any other pictures I'd like, I'll be sure to let you know. And of course, if you need anything from me, don't be a stranger. You give your Aunt May a call once in a while.
Oh, right! This could come in handy.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom. If I have to listen to one more of those Kang announcements, ooh!
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier?
If some kind superhero could see their way...
Oh, man. Now I've done it.
If some kind superhero could see their way to saving me right about now, that'd be...
The hand! It must be the hand! Nobody else could concoct a scenario so nefarious! All this snow... gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom? I hate the way Kang watches us with those... For Manhattan!
Say, if you're not too busy, I have
Must find bad people.
Citizens are reminded that every waking...
I'm the world's fastest runner. None of you will ever beat me. Think you can beat...
Every day's...
lifted straight out to be part of chronology.
I assure you, officer, this is just a humble...
Another candidate?
Or at least I think it was. It was a really busy street.
Did you know Alchemax has been going since 2013?
You get to lock up tonight. This will be your big break. But no one told you to be on the outside when you lock the door.
Ugh, this is so not my thing.
What was so wrong with the old pin tumbler locks anyway? I never liked these ethereal barriers. Hello? Is anyone there? Can someone get me out of here? Where's my personal holographic assistant when I need him?
Oh boy, where'd I end up this time? Seriously, can't a swine go 2 seconds without being dragged into another universe? What are we dealing with this time, huh? Population enslaved by killer bread people? The only currency is love? Everyone's favorite movie is Howard the Duck? Whatever, that's not important right now. I need to find my friends. They were with me right up until I was brought here, so it stands to reason that they were probably yanked into this place too, right? In that case, we better find them before those killer bread people do.
Kang here.
So, you're coming? Thanks, pal. I didn't really fancy my chances wandering around this weird place without some backup. Keep your eyes peeled for my friends, okay? You probably know them when you see them.
Is that right?
Hey there!
Ratwing! Don't worry, buddy. We'll save you. Hop in.
Looks like the cybernet is playing up again.
Ratwing, buddy, I know this might not be the best time, but you realize you're not wearing any clothes, right? And we're done. You okay, Ratwing? That's cool. We'll catch up later. I still gotta find the others.
You can do it, Avengers.
Bruce Banner? Is that you? Where'd you get that hat? Bruce, seriously, what's with the hat? Did they make you president? Because that would be the best.
I was never in this much danger before, Chronopolis.
Okay, Bruce, you're safe now. I want to hear about this hat thing later. All right, with those guys safe, that just leaves... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed we've not seen any killer bread people yet.
Help!
Hey, nobody lays a hand on Mary Jane Water Buffalo on my watch. Don't worry, MJ. We'll save you.
What are the weather settings today?
We did it! You're not hurt, are you, MJ? MJ, where you going? Oh, okay. Well, I'll catch up to you. Well, that's all of my friends accounted for. I kind of feel like I should apologize for their behavior. They're not normally this rude, or quiet, or quite so keen to walk around on all fours, now that I think about it. Ah, interdimensional travel does stuff to you, I guess. Each time I take a trip through the multiverse, I have to relearn how to put on socks. Strange, but true. But enough about that. Thanks for the help.
Something...
But I never got to finish that big report at work.
A green shirt. Make sure you get me a green one.
Fake news reports are being circulated saying people don't like being